YouTube has been distracting me from YouTube and literally everything else in my life. I discovered YouTube when I was around 11 or 12 years old. Um, Possibly sooner, possibly later. I don't know. I have the worst memory. I mostly used it to watch music videos, band vlogs for my favorite bands like Barlow Girl and Skillet and maybe Black Veil Brides. What a mix. I don't really remember. But I also discovered gaming videos, yeah, gaming channels. Namely Minecraft, of course, which is actually what inspired me to make my own channel. Ever since I was 12 years old, I have been trying and failing to make a YouTube channel and make videos for multiple different reasons. The first couple reasons were not that my family was poor per se, but there were times where we just couldn't afford internet and we had to sell a lot of unnecessary things, things that when I was low teens weren't necessary, like laptops and computers, stuff like that. So for a while, I wasn't able to upload videos or record or anything like that. I did get an iPod Gen 4, and I would make videos on that and upload them to YouTube. I would go to McDonald's and use the free Wi-Fi, and I would use, I think it was like Power Director on my iPod or on my phone. I can't remember which one it was. I made like stupid little vlogs, and I do actually have a channel that has videos on it, but I'm getting sidetracked. I do have a script to try to keep me from getting sidetracked, and me getting sidetracked will make sense as I make this video. But getting back on track, I have always wanted to start a YouTube channel because it was fun, not to become famous. My goal has never been to become famous or anything like that. It has always been to build a community. And that's because of creators like Rendog, who is a Minecrafter. He's on Hermitcraft, but when I watched him, it was like the end of season 1 of his single player survival series, which he no longer does because he is part of Hermitcraft, and it's kind of hard to balance with the production quality he has. It's kind of hard to balance that. Again, getting sidetracked. But communities like Rendogs, Jacksepticeye's, safe spaces where people can be them and just enjoy stupid videos or cool videos, I'm kind of dipping my toes into different genres, trying to figure out what I want to do. I don't really want to make different channels for different things. I mean, I have a separate one for outdoor stuff, but like everything nerdy is going to be on this channel. Getting sidetracked again. It doesn't show that I want to make a YouTube channel because I will show up for a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even a month, and then I will disappear for months to a year at a time, and then come back and be like, oh, update, and sometimes that's the only video I make, and then the next video is an update, and the next video is an update, and then there's stream VODs and stuff like that, and really lazily edited stream VODs, might I add, and some random videos that I make, like my TCG and stuff, like opening packs and stuff. That's something I do want to do on this. I actually want to film videos of me putting together the Gen 1 Pokemon. I have 32 out of 151, which is not bad. I finally have an LGS. Getting sidetracked, but I will allow it for now because this is pertinent to the channel. I finally have a LGS, local game shop, that I can go to and actually get my hands on Pokemon cards. Finally, without having to pay out my ass to get one single pack. Anyways, getting back on track. What changed with YouTube from occasionally watching a music video or a band vlog or watching maybe 2 or 3 episodes of a Minecraft single player survival series? It changed in my late teens to my early 20s. And I started using YouTube as a coping mechanism, which wasn't very bad the way I was using it. When I got stressed, I would watch some videos, like probably spend an hour or 2 tops watching some videos to calm down. And it did genuinely help. I am one of those people who has to have background noise constantly. and I defaulted to YouTube. Before it was music, which is great, you know, as long as you're not drowning out the entire world 24/7. The background noise is very useful. I defaulted to YouTube, like I said, watching videos for hours at a time, just constantly on. I would wake up in the morning. About 7 years ago is when this started, and I'm 29 now, so like 22, 23-ish is when it started. I would wake up, turn on YouTube, watch it for several hours, go about my day, probably with YouTube on in the background, literally 24/7. I am at the point now where I have or had YouTube on 24/7. I would wake up, turn on YouTube, spend several hours watching it, go out and do my job. It's Spark. I do Spark for Walmart. It's fun. I love it. But there would be days where I would just be so sucked into YouTube that I would blink and the entire day is gone because I've just been sitting in my bed rotting. I haven't eaten, I haven't drank anything, I haven't used the bathroom, haven't showered, haven't worked, haven't done nothing but watch YouTube. Even when I was driving, I would have YouTube on. Not watching it. I would have my screen off. I have YouTube Premium. I would have my screen off and just listen to it. I needed YouTube constantly. I was consumed, literally consumed by constant knowledge and gaming videos and music, Reddit stories, things that just interested me, which is what YouTube is for. You watch things that are interesting. You don't go onto YouTube to watch a college lecture unless that's what interests you. But it consumed my every waking moment. It was pretty fucking bad, and it only just clicked that is a root cause of all of my issues, including worsening some of my mental health. I've been in therapy and I've been hitting walls left and right. Like I'd make progress and then I would hit a wall and just fall back down and I could not figure out why. And I'm pretty sure that my addiction to YouTube was a big part of that. Is a big part of that. My own channel has suffered, as I have said. I haven't been recording videos, and it's not because I can't think of any videos. I have plenty of ideas. This past month alone, save for 2 weeks when I was in a really bad depressive spiral, that's a story for another time. I have had probably 12 different video ideas. Stuff that requires researching, stuff that requires sitting and just fucking talking, you know? And playing, I wanted to play Subnautica when Subnautica 2 hype was really high. Kind of trying to play the algorithm to get me seen, because while I don't want to be famous, I do want people to see my videos. I want to test the waters and see what people enjoy and see if I can build a community where people can come and be themselves and just enjoy some weirdo talking about random shit or opening cards or doing the Pokedex or opening Yu-Gi-Oh cards, whatever, playing games, talking nerdy, you know? But I would not make the videos for multiple reasons, but the biggest one is, well, let me finish this video. And then I would forget. And then I would watch another video. And I wasn't watching videos like, I love long form videos. I love videos that are like 1, 2, 3 hours long. Hell, I have watched an 8-hour video in one sitting before. I would get ideas and I'm like, ooh, I should write that down. And my notebooks are in here, and my TV is in my bedroom, all the way on the other end of my house. And I would be like, well, I'll write it down in a minute. I'm going to finish this video and I'll go write it down in a minute. And then as soon as I say that, gone. Don't even think about it anymore. There are so many ideas I had that would make great videos that I just don't even remember anymore. And I hope I remember them and I can do them in the future. That one I remember because that's there as a constant reminder. This one I remember because I actually wrote a script for it. And I was like, I'm going to make this as soon as I have the time. YouTube has affected me. I've kind of touched on it with the memory thing. It has affected me because my attention span is non-existent. And that has affected my life, which I will talk about next. I have different sections. But I am I'm gonna read exactly what I wrote here. I am so addicted to YouTube that my attention span and memory are so fucking horrible right now. I literally forget things seconds after I have heard, read, or even said it. I have conversations with people and I just do not remember them. I make plans, do not remember them. Like, one thing, my mother's birthday party is soon, and I had completely forgotten about it. She told me about a month ago what they were planning. She has reminded me several times, and I remember that she's reminded me now that she reminded me today. And I finally put it in the calendar. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? You know, my own mother's birthday party, and I didn't remember it. And I have no gifts to give her. I don't have the time to get one now, and I don't have the money to get one now. So that's awesome, and I feel horrible, but it has really damaged my life in a way that makes me incredibly sad and incredibly sick, and I feel pathetic and stupid. But it started out genuine. It helped me stay calm, and it did help me focus. But now it's all I can focus on. That was part of the wake up call, but another part was I have been neglecting my partners, and haven't even realized it. I've had conversations with them, made plans with them, told them I was going to do things, and just completely forgot and didn't do it. So it's not just YouTube, and it's not my family, it's my partners, it's my faith, it's my spirituality, which I have recently discovered, that is all being affected. Even my therapy work is being affected because I don't remember a damn thing my therapist has told me in the past months, the past few months. I don't remember anything. And it pisses me off that I let it get this far, but I did not know. And I keep saying I should have known, but I couldn't have known because I still thought it was helping me. I still used it as destim when I would get home from work. I would go out and spark because again, mentioning autism, I am autistic. I have social anxiety. I have all these other mental health issues that all compound when I go out in public. And if you know anything about Walmart, it is overstimulating for the healthiest person. There's bright lights, there's all these colors, there's all this movement, and you're searching a store that moves around like H.H. Holmes' hotel, but it's so overstimulating, and I have light sensitivity due to migraines, autism, I think ADHD, that's also like a symptom, I guess, and I have sound sensitivity as well. And I also don't do well around people, and there are a shit ton of people at Walmart all the time. It has royally fucked my life for 7 years. So after that little wake up call, it like dawned on me yesterday, and it correlates with my discovery of spirituality. And I don't know if it's connected, but I'd like to think it is. I'd like to think that I'm just going to say they. I'm being vague about it. I'm not being open yet about it because I am still testing the waters, but I'm going to say they sort of led me to have this wake up call. They and God, because I do still believe in God and I still love him very much and still have a personal relationship with him, which I am rebuilding because, again, YouTube has screwed up everything. So after the wake up call, I have decided to implement some rules for myself. I'm not quitting YouTube cold turkey. I'm not quitting YouTube at all. I'm still planning to make videos and I'm still going to use YouTube to watch. You know, I still want to keep up with my favorite creators. I'm just not going to watch for 14, 15, 16 hours a day. Like, it got so bad to the point where I would not go to bed for like until dawn because I did not want to stop watching YouTube. Then I would go to sleep with YouTube on, and then I would wake up and turn YouTube on and just watch it. It was that bad. But I've decided to implement some rules for myself, which are I have a morning routine. I have a lot of routines. But specifically my morning routine, if I don't do that or I don't do it correctly, my day is fucked. And YouTube has become a part of it, and I don't really mind the YouTube in the morning. But I'm going to set a timer for 1 to 2 hours. And as soon as that timer is up, YouTube goes off. if I'm watching a video and there's like 5 minutes left, whatever, I'll finish it and I will get off of YouTube, and not after work, because if I need to de-stim after work, watching something stimulating is not going to help me. I always wondered why it took me several days to de-stim after 5 hours of doing something, and that's because I was still stimulating my brain. I did write in here 1 or 2 videos after work, which wouldn't be a bad thing. So that's kind of an iffy. I can test it and see how it goes. Watch 1 or 2 videos after work, and then 1 or 2 videos, not 1 or 2 hours, before bed. But that, again, I think I'm going to replace with something else, like music, working, writing, reading, making videos, spending time with my partners and my family, and my spirituality and God, cleaning, cooking, planning life, daily life stuff that YouTube ruined. And I don't think it would be a bad thing, like if my dishes pile up, because I do have depression, and if it hits me for 3 days, and my dishes pile up, I may turn on a short video, or just turn on any video that piques my interest, wash my dishes, when I'm done, turn it off. I should have been doing this the entire time, but I did not know better. And there's no way I can explain that. Like, I have an explanation, but there's no way I can just outright explain why I didn't know what I was doing without going into detail. But I think I need to replace YouTube with something healthier. I need to rebuild my brain. I've always been taught that the brain is a muscle, and if you don't use it, you lose mass, you lose strength. So I need to work it out. I need to rebuild it, and I'm trying to figure out things that I can do, like reading, math, memory games, attention exercises, giving myself intentional tasks. I'm trying to figure out ways to rebuild my brain, because when I say my attention span and my memory is gone, I was not exaggerating that I can forget something literally seconds. Not even seconds, milliseconds after thinking, reading, hearing, saying it, whatever. I will forget it. And my attention span, one example I can give is one of my partners stayed the night with me, and I wanted to put YouTube on, of course, for background noise while we talked. We did not talk because I was watching YouTube. I put on something that was like low stim, like Reddit videos. Those are usually pretty easy to ignore. They're just background noise for not having dead silence. And I would turn to them and I would talk to them for 2 seconds, and I think I would stop mid sentence and look back at the TV and just watch it. And it hurt them really bad, and I feel horrible about it. We've actually been reconnecting. All of us have been reconnecting, and it's been amazing. But anyways, my addiction to YouTube has been so bad that I'm literally withdrawing. All day today, my brain has been screaming for YouTube. I did watch YouTube when I woke up this morning for my morning routine. Not very long. I think I watched it about 30 minutes. That was it. And I had a pretty decent day, except for the withdrawals. In less than 1 day, in less than 12 hours, I had a panic attack. I was shaking. I started to get a headache. I was like sweating, not sweating, but I felt clammy. I threw up. It was that bad. It was like I had just cold turkeyed heroin or something. I don't know. I've never taken heroin. It was like I just cold turkeyed nicotine. I've quit that about a dozen times, and I'm trying to quit it again. For the last time. Fuck you. Um, ADHD brains are very addictive brains, unfortunately. And each time you quit an addiction and you come back to it, it's stronger. This one has been so much harder to quit. But I've given myself until my 30th birthday, which is next year in the beginning of May, to quit vaping. And I hope to God that I'm able to do it. I'm trying, but it's so hard. And I'm hoping that with the steps I'm doing with this, I can sort of morph it into something for nicotine. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I literally got physically ill today from not watching YouTube, from only watching YouTube for 30 minutes. Earlier today, I was over at my partner's house. I was helping them clean, just spending time with them, being more intentional in the relationship. And I came over here because because it was storming and my cats are afraid of storms. So I came back over here to be with my cats during the storm, and I sat down on my couch, and out of habit, without even thinking, like I didn't even realize what I was doing, I pulled my phone out, unlocked it, went to YouTube, and was scrolling for videos before I realized what I was doing. And I almost threw my phone like it was a hot coal. I was like, no, 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 no. And I closed out YouTube and I turned on music. It is that bad where it is just automatic. Not even habit, it is automatic. It is ingrained in my DNA. So, what I'm hoping to gain from this is being more consistent on YouTube and Twitch, being more focused on everything, my family, my partners, my faith, my spirituality, which have been helping me this past day. My partners, my faith, my spirituality. I did talk to my mom a little bit about it, but she didn't really say anything. I heard the judgment in her silence, and I was like, yeah, me too, Mom, I'm judging me too. But what I'm hoping to gain from this is being able to just exist, having more time in the day to do anything else. Literally anything else. I've been trying to write a book since 2018. I have 51,000 words written in it. I have set up the climax. I am almost there. I have almost finished the book. I have not touched that book since probably November of last year, because I go to do something, literally anything. I go to do spark. I go to clean. I go to wash one singular bowl. I have one singular bowl and a spoon and a knife that I have to wash. And my brain is going to go, this is too hard. It's so much easier to just turn on YouTube and exist. But I don't want to do that. And of course I'm going to crash. This is what I'm expecting. I'm going to crash from the major dopamine dip. But I feel like my mental health and my body, my medical health is going to get better from less stimulation. Like, the most stimulation I will get during the day is work, which will be a lot. But it's like 5 hours max, you know? Reading, music, writing, singing, making videos, playing games. I got to the point where I could not play a game without having YouTube up over here. And I've given myself another rule before I recorded this. After writing the script, YouTube is no longer allowed on that monitor. If I want to watch YouTube, it's on this monitor. If I want to play a game, YouTube has to fuck off. I'm hoping that I can be more present in my family and loved ones' lives. I'm hoping I can be more consistent with my faith and spirituality. I think there's only been a handful of days where I let YouTube keep me home from working. Most of the time it is due to physical or mental health that I stay home, but it does make it very hard, and I end up going later in the day and having less time to earn money. So I'm hoping that everything will level out, and then with all of this overstimulation and all of this time, I will be able to work on the other things that are affecting my mental health. Some of it's just my brain hates me and it, crossed the wires. And some of it is due to how I live. And I'm hoping that I can fix all of that and be much healthier and much happier. Like, I am already today, aside from the panic attack and the headache and the vomiting and shaking and all of that, aside from that, today was a phenomenal day. I watched YouTube for 30 minutes. I listened to music for about 10 minutes, but I spent the entire day with my partners. I talked with my mom on the phone. I spent time researching my spirituality. I spent time with my cats, I made some good food. Well, made a bowl of cereal and a bowl of soup and a PB&J. But it was good. Okay? And I had a Snickers ice cream bar. Hell yeah. Uh but I'm hoping that I can start exercising again. That I can be calmer. That my patience will come back. My patience is also, like, so fucking thin right now. I get frustrated so fast because of the constant stimulation. My brain got used to instant gratification. If I don't get it, my brain doesn't want it. But anyways, I'm rambling. So yeah, YouTube has kept me away from YouTube. YouTube has kept me away from everything. The algorithm is incredibly powerful. It you can watch one video. You can be brand new to YouTube, watch one video, and boom, your entire recommended section, your entire homepage is videos related to that. If it and it's really easy to go down pipelines. I have gone down a pipeline, and I'm trying to claw my way out of it. I don't know what pipeline it is, but it is a very negative and really disgusting pipeline, and I'm trying desperately to claw my way out of it. I'm also going to be careful what videos I do watch on YouTube. Stuff that's informative, stuff that helps with knowledge, and of course I'm still going to watch gaming videos and music videos and stuff like that. It's enjoyment. Enjoyment is important to survival. Without happiness, there's no will to survive, you know? And that came out darker than I meant it to be, but happiness and joy is a survival skill. So I'm not just going to be like, well, the only things I can watch on YouTube are informative things. No. I'm still gonna watch gaming videos. I'm still gonna watch really stupid animations and stuff like that. But I'm going to cut back on it. I'm also going to cut back on shows that I've been watching, like Supernatural. I never got to watch all of Supernatural, and I know I'm going on a side tangent. But I have watched in the past 4 months, I think. I'm in the beginning of season 10, starting from episode 1. I've got to set limits on that too. It's not just YouTube, it is all media. Music, again, I think is fine, but who knows, maybe in a year I'll be making a video. Music has kept me away from music or something. I don't know. But music I think is fine because it is just audible stimulation, and you can kind of choose the tone. If you need stimulation, metal, pop, upbeat stuff, major key music. If you need low stimulation, you can choose softer stuff like atmospheric pop, uh, minor key, piano, classical, whatever. And if you want goofy, I guess you can listen to Bo Burnham. I don't know. But I am pretty excited about this. I know it's going to be difficult. I am literally tweaking. My brain has been screaming for YouTube all fucking day. My partners and I just went out for a night drive listening to music, and my brain was like trying to play YouTube videos that I have watched before in my head. And I'm like, no, I am enjoying the moment. There were times that I caught myself zoning out, and I'm like, this is fucking horrible. Because I was enjoying the night. We were seeing fireflies and deer, and we discovered a tiny little old town that goes straight into a park, we think. And we were like, yeah, we're going home. It was really fun, and I enjoyed it, but I missed a lot of it because of my attention span and because of my addiction to YouTube. So I know it will be difficult. It will take time. I will probably have more withdrawal uh, issues, and I will still withdrawals, and I will still or probably have panic attacks and stuff like that because my brain and body are no longer getting the stimulation, the overstimulation that it was getting before. It is no longer getting the level of dopamine that it was getting before. So I know I'm going to crash hard, and this is a really bad time to do it for reasons I'm not going to say on the fucking internet. But I know that I will be much better, much happier, and much healthier for it. And if anyone is watching this and anyone is also struggling with any addiction, honestly, but specifically YouTube or social media addiction, I would encourage trying to implement maybe not these specific rules because these work for me in my life, but, maybe rules similar set for yourself, not by me for you, by you for you, and see if that helps. Don't do it for just a week and go, well, it's not fucking working. Do it for months. It takes a while. It can take years. I'm going to be struggling for a while. I know that I'm going to be happier and healthier for it, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I wanted to make this video. I had an idea for a video, and I said I am going to make this fucking video. It's very important, and it explains why I keep disappearing, because I come back here to get ready, like get everything set up for making a video or doing a stream, but the first thing I do is get YouTube going every single time I turn on my computer. And I did that tonight I actually turned on a YouTube video so I could, watch it. It was a pretty lighthearted video. It wasn't anything like what I have been watching. Yeah, I watched the video and I stopped it. It's let me see, it's still here. It's at 22 minutes and 54 seconds of a 31-minute and 48-second video. And I fucking stopped it. I've never been able to stop a video for anything. Unless it was an emergency. I have never been able to stop a video. I'm like, well, I have to finish this video. I cannot go. And I'd have like 2 hours left because I love long form videos. And I'm not saying I'm never going to watch YouTube for like 12 hours a day. If I'm sick or if I'm like off work and I have no plans, my partners are out of town, my family's out of town, whatever, I have no plans. I can do productive stuff first. I can like clean my house and order groceries or something like that. But then the rest of the day, I can do whatever. I'm not going to be getting the normal stimulation. So those are days where I could watch, a 5.5 hour video. Maybe that would be it, and then do something else. And I have to be very careful not to go, well, one more video, because that's what gets me, especially at night. Like, I have literally stayed up for over 30 hours because I just want to watch YouTube. And it sucks. It is painful and unhealthy, and it is wrecking my mental health, and it is wrecking my physical health, and it is wrecking all of the healths. My romantic and financial health. It is wrecking everything. Again, I know this will be difficult, and I know that I will be happier and healthier and much better for it if I can stick to this and I can kick this habit. And I hope that anyone going through a difficult time knows they're not alone. Even if our difficult times aren't the same, I hope you know that you're not alone. Even if I am not suffering the same thing as you, or there's always another side to difficult times. And I know that's like a much heavier response to this kind of video. But there are always ends to difficult times. And it may not seem like that. My brain focuses on all the negative, but I know there's much more positive stuff that has happened in my life. And I know I can't say for everyone that positive things happen because we do live on Earth, but there are other sides to difficult times. There is no set timeline. You just gotta find support and get through it. Anyways, I have talked enough. I'm going to go edit this video. I'm going to upload it, and then I'm going to read one of my many books. You can't see them because there's a cabinet drawer there, but I have the entire Maximum Ride series, so I'm going to probably listen to music, maybe finish this video first, edit this video, upload it, listen to music, read a book, and then go to bed. Because it is 1:31 a.m., but I have been staying up late. I kind of don't have to go to bed at night to work, but I do want to get on a healthier sleep schedule. But one problem at a time. Anyways, I will see you later.